It's interesting how many people are sort of putting their hands up, indicating they intend to run in the Kiama by-election. It looks like about 8 candidates so far. Nominations officially open today. They close next Thursday. We'll hear from the Liberal candidate, Serena Copley, a little bit later on this morning. But someone who's just put their hand up as intending to run is a rather controversial character from the Snowy Monero region, Andrew Thaler. He's suspended as a Snowy River councillor, has been suspended twice, in fact, is not allowed to fulfil his duties as a councillor until at least as far away as November. He grew up in Illawarra. He plans to run as an independent. He has been suspended for crude and offensive language and being insulting to his fellow councillors. I spoke to him a little while ago about why he's planning to run in the seat of Kiama despite living in Nimidabel.
Oh, I've got a bit of spare time at the moment. Keep getting suspended from council for telling the truth. So I'm going to keep exposing the corruption of the state government and calling them to account. And one of the problems that I've got is I told the truth about what's going on in our area, and I grew up in the Kiama electorate. I grew up in Illawarra. I can see what's going on down with Shoalhaven Council, Kiama Council, and I've still got friends down there.
Yeah, I bet you don't live anywhere near Kiama area now, electorate now, do you? You're down there in the Snowies.
It doesn't mean I can't move. I've been here 20 years. 20 years is a fair run. Maybe it's time to move to somewhere a bit warmer. It's -10, -12 through the winter down here most nights. I can handle coming back to the coast.
Now, you're a pretty controversial character, Andrew Thaler, that's for sure. Twice suspended from council, and now I think your current suspension is until November. This is pretty much for offensive language and insulting fellow councillors.
No, it's not. So this is the problem. You keep listening to the lies. It's not.
Okay,
and
well, let's just focus on the fact that you have used rather offensive language and insulted your fellow councillors. Why would someone want...
Let's not focus on let's not focus on the lies. That's what gets our communities into trouble. The second suspension has nothing to do with what you think. I've appealed it. It is strictly unlawful.
Okay, well, the Office of Local Government has seen fit to suspend you. Why would the people of Kiama want you representing them in the state parliament when you have used very offensive language, you've insulted fellow councillors and been such a controversial character, and the Office of Local Government has seen fit to suspend you twice?
No, the Office of Local Government doesn't exist. They were abolished in 2019 by Governor David Hurley. They are a false, fraudulent entity masquerading as a regulator of local government. Either local government self-determines and works in the interests of the people in their respective areas, or it's a little toy dog that belongs to the Office of Local Government.
Okay, well, let's talk about...
Yeah. Need representation. They had some representation with Gareth. Now, right and wrong, did some pretty dumb things through his life, and he was eventually taken to court. He still has rights of appeal ahead of him, but Chris Minns wanted him out of Parliament, and so he was basically pressured into resigning. Now, the people re-chose Gareth for a reason. I wouldn't have chosen him, and I know Gareth. He was at school a couple of years behind me, Bomaderry. But the people... Kiama didn't choose Labor, didn't choose Liberal, didn't choose Green, and avoided the Climate 200 like the plague. So they need someone independent, and they need someone strong. The fact that you want to highlight that I keep getting suspended, go back to why. It's because I'm telling the truth. The people of Kiama want someone to stand up for them. They want someone to tell them the truth and let them know what's going on. And the best thing you need is someone with strength, fortitude, strength of character. I would honestly move from the Monero. I'm a bit over it. I've been here 20 years. I did actually really enjoy... I think I grew up in the best part of Australia, in Illawarra. And I think that it's time we had a good conversation about, is there enough housing being built there? All the green pastures are falling away to houses and roads. It's after the Maxville Bridge was bypassed, Shoalhaven retains the crown for the worst traffic jams at Christmas and Easter. we've got to have some hard conversations. It's a nice area to live. I would happily move back there.
Well, Andrew, I keep saying that you are a controversial character, and I think that cannot be denied even by you. I'm wondering how you expect to be able to represent an electorate with diverse views when clearly you struggle to get on with your fellow colleague councillors and those who work for the Snowy Monaro Council as well.
Again, you've been told lies. I struggle to get on with the Labor.
But have you used that language against people? And you have insulted people. You have to learn how to get along with plenty of people if you wanted to occupy that role as the member for Kiama.
Yeah, but I got elected to the council down here without much trouble. I didn't get in last. I was easily elected, and I represent a lot of people. If I go to a council meeting, the gallery's full. When I'm not there, the gallery's empty. I've got the support down here. I've got the support. I ran in the state election in 2015 in the upper house, and I got to about 11th position out of 391 candidates.
Just
I've
quickly,
got support.
Andrew Thaler, just really, really briefly, describe your politics. I mean, what could people expect from you? What is your platform?
Truth and honesty. I own solar farms, and I'm not going to bullshit to you that solar and windmills are the future. The people of Kiama have said no to offshore wind. They don't want wind on the ranges, and I would agree with that. Happily bring the wind down here and put it where it's actually windy. We need to have a good long chat about road taxes and taxes in general. Labor are looking to tax us to oblivion. Capital gains taxes on the family home. No. We need to stand up and push back against any new taxes. We need to end the uncontrolled immigration. We've got to get Aussies back to work and put a bit of fun back in working. It's become such a drudge. You work to pay taxes. It's got to stop.
Now,
we need quality of life.
You've also been accused of being pretty anti-women, and you've even been quoted in the Sydney Morning Herald this morning for saying people are sick of the women and woke agenda.
Well, tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. Everywhere I go, everybody, mainly women, are saying we are sick to death of this we must have women nonsense. You want somebody...
Mainly women are saying that to you, that they're sick of saying we need to have female
Absolutely.
representation.
Maybe it's a farming Monero thing, but everywhere I go, and my wife's one of the leading people, sick of hearing it. Look at J.K. Rowling. She's one of the leading voices to bring back dignity to women, women's spaces, women's rights. And this notion that we need to have women in Parliament. Do you know what one of the first things that was said by the media in the Kiama by-election announcement was, oh, fabulous, we've got 4 women contesting it. And they set up a Women for Kiama group. Well, that's not true. There are other men. There's a shooters party, and there's
there's a stack of people. In fact, a lot more than you would usually see put their hands up for a by-election. So nominations officially open today. We'll have to leave it there, but thanks very much for talking. Yeah, that's Andrew Thaler there, who will be running as an independent. Loads of texts. I don't have time to get onto them. Some of you being introduced to Andrew Thaler for the first time, some of you knowing him, his work and his history here, having gone to school with Gareth Ward all those years ago. I will try and get onto those texts maybe after 8:30 this morning, because right now we need to give away another opportunity.